Hi there and welcome to Warhammer Quest on Synthjack 1. I've had another party that I've had 6 episodes uploaded and that's taken the party from creation to level 3, and I was getting fed up with them because they suck big time. So here's my high level party and I'll show you them later, but we've got an option here. We're going to go for Skullcap. We had an option of 4 quests which were all looking out for items. It's the same characters as anyone who's seen this my uploads before. So we've got the 2 fighters are at level 7 and the magic user and the ranger at level 8, which is the maximum you can get to in this in the iOS app. And the only reason the other ones, the other 2 fighters have got enough experience to go up there, but as you'll see sort of towards the end it costs an absolute fortune, so I just haven't got enough gold. So here we are. This time it was quite good. The fighters started quite near the sort of where they needed to go, and I've decided because it's a much stronger party, I don't mind sort of just walking into a room. Positioning and strategy is not quite as vital because I'm still in sort of the initial area where you start off in the app, but I'm pretty well near maximum level. And as you'll see, this party can handle itself a lot better than the other one that I've been showing. They're nicely grouped here, so we're going to do sort of the Shadow Bolt, which one of my early favourites, and so you can take out 4 of the lower sort of characters. So as you can see here, the main fighter has got a very big weapon there, and no problem at all dispatching these. What we've also got here is my main fighter's also got sort of a bow as well, so he can do sort of fire one arrow per turn, which is quite useful. As you can see here, because the archer is now sort of at level 8, the maximum, actually gets 4 arrows per turn, and also I think it's got an amulet which means hits a lot more often, so actually hits almost every single time and does a reasonable amount of damage. I decided not to use any of the magic users sort of power store at this stage because these spiders, well, they don't tend to do a great deal of damage. They only get 1 attack each. So I thought, well, we'll just, if they take any damage, we'll just heal it. So it's not so much of a problem really. There we go, sort of doing some. It has missed, but not really an issue. Yeah, look at that, 40, pretty good. They're all sort of pretty well equipped. Certainly got rings of regeneration, so at the end of each turn they sort of pick up sort of 1 or 2 hit points automatically, which makes quite a difference. They've got some reasonable armour. Both fighters have got the double-handed weapons, which aren't my favourite because I often prefer to have a sword and a shield. It gives you much better armour class. But the weapons they actually picked up from some monsters are just pretty awesome, so deciding to sort of live with that. Now I think you see later on some of the damage that's done is pretty impressive really. Yeah, get these random encounters. Been doing quite well then recently, not a lot happens quite often. You might get one of the characters might end up sort of being -1 at something, and for the rest of that, sort of the rest of this adventure. And so here we are. I think we're in the final room straight away. This is very short. We've only just got into here, so you can see there's quite a lot of sort of nasties in here, but nothing too onerous. So I'm going to use the Shadow Bolt again, see if I can do some damage. Because these are sort of quite high level critters, you have to do 2 attacks really to sort of stand a chance of wiping any of them out. Just going to try and thin their numbers down as much as possible. Of course we can't do melee because we didn't have enough spaces to get anywhere near them. I'm going to use my archer to try and remove some of these, as many as we can really. Because we're in the sort of the last room, of course my magic user can use up all of his, see what we do with this spider. He can use up all his sort of power store, so I imagine I'll be sending in a few Shadow Bolts as there's quite a few of them gathered round. Yeah, there might be another one of those. Oh, yeah, There we go, had to end turn. Right, so it took some damage, but that's the sort of the main sort of nasty in this dungeon, and it only did 9 points, so I mean it's not particularly sort of anything to worry about. Nope, sorry about the jump in there. So these critters, yeah, you can see they're sort of healing there. My Berserker does his mess up, so he doesn't get any attacks. There's still some right at the back, they didn't seem to move for some reason. But it just makes this a little bit easier, really. So there we are, took 3 of them out with me Shadow Bolt, and there we are, 34 damage is pretty good. And that's against sort of this sort of a really nasty spider here. So there you are, 3 hits out of 3, pretty impressive. So I can't get the one on the right there because it's hiding behind there effectively, so mistake, I actually go for the spider first. I should have gone for the rat first because there's a chance to sort of take that one out of the equation. But it didn't matter, I got rid of it and then I turned my attention back onto the spider. There we go. So that's not too bad, is it really? Just 1 left. These critters have an awful good movement. They can come all the way down in one go. It'll take me 2 turns to get up there. There's a bit of healing going on just with the rings. Now it's just a question of who's going to take it out, really. I've got 6 hit points. Now there we go. Fantastic. Not a particularly interesting sort of cap, really, but we could sell it, of course. So there we are, victorious. A lot easier when you've got a strong party. As you can see, yeah, I mean, the experience is immaterial because 2 of them are maximum. The other 2 are ready to go up to maximum, so we don't really need the experience. But what we're going to do is just sort of show you the training aspect, and you can see why I haven't trained them. I decided to go off to Wolf's Back. Don't have any encounters on the way, which is just as well. You can see there I've got about 3,200 gold. And here we are, so 2 fighters, only level 7, need training, ready for training. But then if I go into the training grounds, they're going to cost 15,000 gold. Thanks for watching.